On the world news tonight from Bagbagide Imo Television, first the headlines. Tinubu appoints new EFCC chairman. Africa's problem not too big to solve, Obasanjo. If I were a Palestinian and saw your message, I would sink into further despair. Reno Omokri knocks Pastor Adeboye. Nigeria police detain nursing mother and a 3-month-old baby in Enugu cell for 2 days. Details emerge as a woman bath husband with hot oil on sport. Amushmo hailed as WA unveils Athlete of the Year nominees. Second sports story, Nigerian athlete Divine Oduduru under a 6-year ban for doping violation. I am Morire Rabila Lawal, the news in detail. President Bola Tinubu has appointed Mr. Ola Olukayode as the new chairman of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC. This was disclosed by a special advisor to the president on media and publicity, Chief Ajuri Ngelale, in a statement today. By the powers vested in the President Bola Tinubu as established in Section 2(3) of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission Establishment Act 2004, that the chairman and members of the commission other than ex-official members shall be appointed by the President. President Tinubu has approved the appointment of Mr. Ola Olukayode to serve as the Executive Chairman of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission for a renewable term of 4 years in the first instance pending Senate confirmation. Mr. Ola is a lawyer with over 22 years of experience as a regulatory compliance consultant and specialist in fraud management and corporate intelligence. He has extensive experience in operations of the EFCC, having previously served as Chief of Staff to the Executive Chairman 2016 to 2018 and Secretary to the Commission 2018 to 2023. As such, he fulfills the statutory requirement for appointment as EFCC Chairman. Furthermore, President Bola Tinubu has approved the appointment of Mr. Mohammed Hassan Amojado to serve as the Secretary of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, for a renewable term of 5 years in the first instance pending Senate confirmation. Mr. Mohammed Hassan is a public administrator with extensive experience in public finance management who holds a Bachelor of Science degree in accounting from the University of Maiduguri and a Master's in Business Administration from the same university. He began his career as a lecturer at the Federal Polytechnic, Mubi. From there, he went into banking, including a successful stint at the defunct Allied Bank and Standard Trust Bank. Former President Olusegun Obasanjo has challenged African leaders to find homegrown solutions to myriad of problems confronting the continent. Obasanjo gave this charge while addressing a delegation of students and youth across African countries at the Olusegun Obasanjo Presidential Library, OPL, Abeokuta, Ogun State, yesterday. The delegation, which included student leaders from the Ethiopia and the Tigray region, was led by the President of All African Students Union, ASU, Osisioglu Osikeni. The students were on a thank-you visit to Obasanjo for facilitating the permanent cessation of hostilities agreement between the government of the Federal Republic of Ethiopia and the Tigray People Liberation Front in Pretoria last year. The former president acted on the need for Africa to consider the peculiarities of its people in designing and implementing workable on-ground solutions to the problems confronting the continent. The peace we were able to achieve in Tigray between the TPLF and the federal government of Ethiopia is what you and I will reward as finding African solution to African problem. And this is what our leaders have been clamoring for even from independence in the early 1960s. They decided to appoint what they call High Representative for the Horn of Africa. Not only that, all the leaders of the Horn of Africa supported in seeking peace, in promoting peace, security, stability, and enduring and sustainable development in the whole of Africa, Obasanjo said. In his remarks, the president of Ethiopian Higher Education Institution Students Union, Oli Bendenewako, said the African student leaders paid a thank-you visit to Obasanjo over the role he played in the historic signing of the Pretoria Peace Agreement among the Federal Republic of Ethiopia and Tigray Liberation Front. Reno Omokri has tackled Pastor Adeboye over the video he posted online praying for Israelis over their war with Hamas terrorist group in Gaza Strip, Palestine. In a post shared on his ex-handle, Reno wondered why the clergyman failed to pray for Palestinians as well. He stated that if he were a Palestinian and he saw the video of the clergyman, he would sink further into despair. Sir, I've been to Palestine. I will not wish their condition on my own enemy. They are God's children too. Don't they deserve our love and prayers and everyone possible non-military support we can roll to alleviate their tremendous human suffering, says Reno Omokri. Personnel of the Nigeria Police Force in the Algo local government area of Enugu State have allegedly detained a Northern mother, Mrs. Chinyere Nwachukwu, and a 3-month-old baby in the cell for 2 days. This comes after 2 women reportedly attacked and beat her up in her house. The policemen, led by one ASP, Vincent O.K. Ezea, also arrested and detained her husband, Mr. Tochukwu Nwachukwu, for 3 days after the wife and baby were released. It reportedly took the intervention of youth in Oaji Agu to get them out of the police cell. Meanwhile, they reportedly parted with 20,000 naira as bail money before they were released. According to Mr. Nwachukwu, who spoke on Wednesday, the money was paid into ASP Vincent OK personal account with number 3059407550, domiciled with the First Bank PLC under the account name of OK Vincent Ezea. The money was reportedly paid on September 4, 2023 by Mr. Nwachukwu's in-law. The couple who hail from Amokwe Agu but live in Oaji Agu decried the high level of intimidation, extortion, and harassment by policemen attached to the Agu Police Division. They called on the police authorities to investigate the divisional police officer, CSP Benjamin Ogboy, who they accused of supervising human rights violations and extortion in the division. A woman identified as Mrs. Hope Nwala has allegedly did an act to her husband, Ekelidride Nwako, with groundnut oil in the Okehi community in Eche local government area of River State. It was learned that the couple had been having a run-in battle over the attitude of the wife's younger sister who lived with them. It was gathered that though the incident occurred in Eche, the woman Hope hails from Obite community in Ogba, Egbema, Ndo, non-local government area of the state. Narrating the incident to newsmen on Wednesday, the victim, Nwako, said his sister-in-law had been disrespectful to him, so he decided to send her packing and gave her some money to return home when he could no longer tolerate her. The man, however, said it was surprising to him that his wife opposed his decision, and it could happen, leading to a heated argument between the couple. He revealed that during his sister-in-law stay in the house, his wife started putting up a suspicious behavior, saying he had been noticing a strange man looking around his wife and sister-in-law. Nwako said he summoned courage and confronted his wife with his observations and demanded to know who the strange man was, but that instead she became violent and poured hot water in the act while he was asleep. And moving on to the next story. A boy's master discovered that he had been stealing from him, and when the boy's bank account was investigated, a huge account balance was discovered. The houseboy had bought an iPhone Pro Max for his girlfriend. When the boy realized his master had found out about all his escapades and stealings, he poisoned the stew cooked for the whole family with sniper. At night, when the master's wife decided to serve the food to everyone, she realized the stew had a different smell, like some chemical substance was poured inside. She raised the lamp and started questioning the boy, because it was the only one left at home when she finished cooking. They had to buy a chicken and fed with it, which immediately killed the chicken. The boy had to confess that he was responsible for the evil act. To foreign story. The wife of Gabon's deposed president Ali Bongo Ondimba, under house arrest since a coup in the Central African country in late August, has been jailed, our lawyer said on Thursday. Sylvia Bongo Ondimba Valentine, suspected of allegedly embezzling public funds, was jailed late on Wednesday. Our lawyer from Koizimeri told AFP, condemning the arbitrary illegal procedure. Bongo's wife was charged on September 28 with money laundering, forgery, and falsification of records. Sylvia Bongo has been under house arrest in the capital, Libreville, since the August 30th coup brought the curtain down on 55 years of Bongo dynasty rule. The purchase alleged the former head of state and his entourage falsified the election result. They accused Sylvia Bongo and her son, Nordin Bongo Valentine, of manipulating the former president, who has not fully recovered from a serious stroke in 2018. They said the two have effectively run the oil-rich country for the past 5 years and have misused public funds. Nordin Bongo Valentine has been placed in detention since the coup, charged with corruption. There is a difference between justice and arbitrary action, between the law and revenge. The public prosecutor in Libreville has not yet responded to an AFP request for comment. Bongo 64, who had ruled the Central African country since 2009, was overthrown by military leaders moments after being proclaimed the winner in the presidential election. And to sport on a sad note for Amusha, the World Athletics on Wednesday announced a list of 11 nominees for the award, with only 3 Africans included in the first list. They are Tigis Assefa and Kuliap Sege from Ethiopia both, and Kenya's Faith Kipyegon. Amuson, who holds the record in women's 100-meter hurdles, made history last year when she became the 4th Nigerian to be nominated for the Women's World Athlete of the Year, but she lost out to 400-meter hurdles record holder Sydney McLaughlin. Amuson last month won the 100-meter women's hurdles in 12.33 seconds to retain a Diamond League title and becoming only the 2nd woman in the history of the Diamond League to claim 3 100-meter hurdles titles in a row, equaling the record of Don Nelson Appa. Last year, Amuson produced a stunning performance at the World Championship in Eugene, winning the 100-meter hurdles gold and breaking the world record in the semi-final with a time of 12.12 seconds. She became the first female Nigerian, first Nigerian world champion and world record holder in an athletic event in the process. She also won gold medals in the 100-meter hurdles and that of the 4x100-meter relays at the Commonwealth Games. Still another tragic decline on athletics from Nigeria. Oduduru was suspended as a result of a verdict from the World Athletics Disciplinary Tribunal that was established to investigate allegations of 2 potential anti-doping rule violations by AIU. The AIU on its website said Oduduru, who was linked to his compatriot Blessing Okagbari, was found guilty of both possession Rule 2.6 of the World Athletic Anti-Doping Rules (ADR) or attempted use of multiple prohibited substances Rule 2.2 ADR. Oduduru, in the judgment dated September 18, which was signed by Anna Bodeogova, did not test positive for any banned substance. He, however, alleged to have been implicated in a WhatsApp message between Okagbari and her supplier, Eric Lira, where his compatriot mentioned the vine and we while discussing. The athlete has committed ADRVs on the rules 2.6 and 2.2 ADR. The violation shall be considered together as one single force violation, the statement read. That ends the world news from Baba Bagede Imo Television this hour. Before we go, some headlines. Tinubu appoints new EFCC chairman. Africa's problems not too big to solve. Obasanjo. If I were Palestinian and saw your message, I would sink into further despair. Reno Omokuri tackles Knox Adeboye. Nigeria police detain nursing mother and a 3-month-old baby in Enugu. We also brought to you from Foreign Story, wife of Gabon's deposed leader Ali Bongo jailed. And on sport, Amushron out as WA unveils Athlete of the Year nominees. More of our stories on YouTube. Our handle is Baba Bagede Imo Television. Kindly subscribe and click on the notification bell. Select option all to access all of our broadcasts. On Facebook, Bagede Imo with Alawi Adebayo. Please like and follow the page. For other placements of goods and services, coverage of events and functions, please dial the phone number streaming on the screen. Thank you for watching. I am Mowiri Rabila Lawal. Good evening.